Today we will see class 12 geography unit 3 chapter 9 planning and sustainable development in Indian context. The word planning is not new to you as it is a part of everyday usage. You must have used it with reference to the preparation of your examination or visit to a hill station. It involves the process of thinking, formulation of a scheme or program, or implementation of a set of action to achieve some goal. Though it is a very broad term, in this chapter it has been used with reference to the process of economic development. It is thus different from the traditional hit and miss methods by which reforms and reconstruction are often undertaken. Generally, there are two approaches to planning, that is sectoral planning and regional planning. The sectoral planning means formulation and implementation of the sets of schemes or programs aimed at the development of various sectors of the economy such as agriculture, irrigation, manufacturing, power, construction, transport, communication, social infrastructure and services. Here, overview planning perspective in India. India has centralized planning and the task of planning in India has been entrusted to the Planning Commission. It is a statutory body headed by the Prime Minister and has a deputy chairman and members. The planning in the country is largely carried out through 5-year plans. The first 5-year plan was launched in 1951 and covered the period 1951 to 52 to 1955 to 56. The second and the third 5-year plans covered the period from 1956 to 57 to 1960 to 61 and 1961 to 62 to 1965 to 66 respectively. The two successive drafts during the mid-60s, 1965 to 66 and 66 to 67, and the war with Pakistan in 1965 forced plan holiday in 1966 to 67 and 1968 to 69. This period was covered by the annual plans, which are also termed as rolling plans. The fourth 5-year plan began in 1969 to 70 and ended in 1973 to 74. Following this, the fifth 5-year plan began in 1974 to 75, but it was terminated by the then government 1 year earlier, that is in 1977 to 78. The sixth 5-year plan took off in 1980s. The seventh 5-year plan covered the period between 1985 and 1990. Once again, due to the political instability and initiation of the liberalization policy, the 8th 5-year plan got delayed. It covered the period 1992 to 1997. The 9th 5-year plan covered the period from 1997 to 2002. The 10th plan covered the period from 2002 to 2007. The 11th plan covered the period from 2007 to 2012. The 12th 5-year plan initiated in 2012 with the focus on foster more inclusive and sustainable growth. There is no uniform economic development over space in any country. Some areas are more developed and some lag behind. This uneven pattern of development over the space necessitates that the planners have a spatial perspective and draw the plans to reduce the regional imbalance in development. This type of planning is termed as a regional planning. Target area planning. The planning process has to take special care of those areas which have remained economically backward. As you know, the economic development of a region depends upon its resource base, but sometimes a resource-rich region also remain backward. The economic development also requires technology as well as investment besides the resource. With the planning experience of about 1.5 decades, it was realized that regional imbalances in economic development were getting accentuated. In order to address the accentuation of regional and the social disparities, the Planning Commission introduced the target area and the target group approaches to planning. Some of the examples of programs directed towards the development of target areas are Command Area Development Program, Draft Prone Area Development Program, Desert Development Program, Hill Area Development Program, the Small Farmers Development Agencies in bracket SFDA and the Marginal Farmers Development Agency MFDA, which are the examples of target group program. In the 8th 5-year plan, special area programs were designed to develop infrastructures in hill areas, northeastern states, tribal areas and backward areas. Hill Area Development Program. Hill Area Development Programs were initiated during the 5th 5-year plan covering 15 districts comprising all the hilly districts of Uttar Pradesh in bracket present Uttarakhand, Migir Hill and the North Kachar Hills of Assam, Darjeeling district of West Bengal, Nilgiris district of Tamil Nadu. The National Committee on the Development of Backward Area in 1981 recommended that all the hill areas in the country having a height above 600 meter and not covered under the tribal sub-plan be treated as a backward hill areas. The detailed plans for the development of hill areas were drawn, keeping in view their topographical, ecological, social and economic conditions. These programs aimed at harnessing the indigenous resources of the hill areas through the development of horticulture, plantation agriculture, animal husbandry, poultry, forestry and small-scale and village industry. Draft Prone Area Program. This program was initiated during the 4th 5-year plan with the objectives of providing employment to the people in draft-prone areas and creating the productivity hazards. Initially, these programs laid emphasis on the construction of labor-intensive civil works, but later on it emphasized on irrigation projects, land development programs, afforestation, grassland development and creation of basic rural infrastructures such as electricity, roads, market, credit and services. National Committee on Development of Backward Areas reviewed the performance of this program. It has been observed that this program is largely confined to the development of agriculture and aided sector with the major focus on restoration of ecological balance. Since growing population pressure is forcing the society to utilize the marginal lands for agriculture and thereby causing the ecological degradation, there is a need to create alternative employment opportunities in the draft-prone areas. The other strategies of development of these areas include adaptation of integrated watershed development approach at micro level, the restoration of ecological balance between water, soil, plants, and human and animal population should be a basic consideration in the strategy of the development of drought-prone areas. Planning Commission of India in 1967 identified 67 districts in bracket entire or partly of the country prone to drought. Irrigation Commission 1972 introduced the criterion of a 30% irrigated area and demarcated the drought-prone areas. Broadly, the drought-prone area in India spread over semi-arid and arid tract of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Western Madhya Pradesh, Marathwada region of the Maharashtra, Rayalaseema and Telangana plateaus of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka plateau and highlands and the interior parts of Tamil Nadu. The drought-prone areas of Punjab, Haryana and North Rajasthan are largely protected due to spread the irrigation in these regions. Case studies: Integrated Tribal Development Project in Brahmur region. Brahmur tribal area comprises the Brahmur and Hooghly tehsils of Chamba district of Himachal Pradesh. It is notified tribal area since 21 November 1975. Brahmur is inhabited by the Hadi, the tribal community who have maintained the district identified in the Himalayan region as they practice transhumance and conversed through the Hadi Ali dialect. The Brahmur tribal region has arid climate conditions, low resource base and the fragile environment. These factors have influenced the society and the economic of the region. According to the 2011 census, the total population of the Brahmur subdivision was 39.113, that is 21% per square kilometer. It is one of the most economically and socially backward areas of Himachal Pradesh. Historically, the Haldis have experienced the geographical and political isolation and socio-economic deprivation. The economy is largely based on agriculture and allied activities such as sheep and goat rearing. The process of development of the tribal areas of Brahmur started in 1970s when the Haldis were included among the scheduled tribes. Under the 5th year plan, the tribal sub-plan was introduced in 1974 and Brahmur was designed as one of the 5 integrated tribal development projects ITDP in Himachal Pradesh. This area development plan was aimed at improving the quality of life of Haldis and narrowing the gap in the level of development between Brahmur and other areas of Himachal Pradesh. This plan laid the highest priority on the development of transport and communications, agriculture and allied activities, and socio-economic, social and community services. Here in this figure 9.1, terrace farming, traditional method of extracting wheat, people engaged in primary activity, traditional dress, settlements in Brahmur regions. The name Brahmur is derived from the Sanskrit word Brahmor. In this book, Brahmor has been used to retain the colloquial flavor. This region lies between 32 degree 11 Celsius N and 32 degree 41 inch N latitudes and 76 degree 22 E and 76 degree 53 E longitudes spread over an area of about 1818 square kilometer. The region mostly lies between 1500 meter to 3700 meter above the mean sea level. This region, popularly known as the homeland of Galdis, and is surrounded by lofty mountains on all sides. It has Pir Banjal in the north and Dahula Dar in the south. In the east, the extension of Dahla Dar coverages with the Bir Banjal near the Rohtang Pass. The river Ravi and its tributaries, the Budi and the Dundarhen, drain this territory and drive out the deep gorges. These rivers divide the region into 4 phylogrophic divisions and called Holi, Hani, Hugdi and Dunda areas. The Brahmor experience freezing weather conditions and snowfall in winter. Its mean monthly temperature in January remains 4 degrees Celsius and in July 26 degrees Celsius. Here Brahmotrial region map they gave. Figure 9.2. District boundary, Tahsil boundary, river and boundary of physiographic region, village boundary. The social benefit derived from IDTP include tremendous increase in the literacy rate, improvement in sex ratio and decline in child marriage. The female literacy rate in the region increased from 1.88% in 1971 to 65% in 2011. The difference between males and the females in literacy level, that is gender inequality, has also declined. Traditionally, the Gaullis had subsistence agricultural cum pastoral economy, having the emphasis of food grains and livestock productions, but during the last 5 decades of 20th century, the cultivation of pulses and other cash crops has increased in Brahmor region. But the crab cultivation is still done with the traditional technology. The declining importance of the pastoralism in the economy of the region can be gauged from the fact that the present only about 1/10 of the total households practice the transhumance, but the Haldis are still very mobile, as a sizable section of them migrate to Gangra and surrounding areas during the winter to earn their livings from wage labor. Thank you. Sharing is caring. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more knowledge.